Okay, so hello and welcome to another video. Today is another cold and gloomy day, so warm drink is my company. So grab a drink like coffee, tea, or maybe water, so you have something to drink while you're watching this video. And this is a second video from the sketchbook tour of my iPad and Procreate sketchbook spreads, because the first video was becoming way too long, and in this video there are more scenes and travel inspired landscape illustrations. And basically, before editing this video, I just wanted to jump in and say hi. So hi. And I hope you're having a good day and if not yet, I hope this video can maybe lift up your mood or basically bring you some inspiration or maybe motivation to draw something new. So yeah, that's all what I wanted to say in this intro, I guess. So anyway, let's look at this and jump into the video. Okay, so welcome to the second part or the other part of this sketchbook tour. I mean, digital sketchbook tour, obviously, you see that's iPad. And we left off in the last video somewhere around here. I think we looked at this one last, the corals and, underwater scenes, which are super nice. I don't know if you like snorkeling or diving as well, but I find it super fascinating and relaxing underwater. I mean, just snorkeling under the surface, maybe not so deep when it's like super dark and scary, but when it's colorful, you have some animals. I mean, that would be super cool. Anyway, stories. I didn't tell you. Okay, I have to tell you before we move on to the next one. Once I saw a barracuda quite close by when I was snorkeling. That was amazing. Maybe I wouldn't go to the water if I knew, it's there, but then, I mean, they said it's not a dangerous one, that it's kind of friendly barracuda, but it was huge. It was like 2 meters. Anyway, maybe I should do an illustration about that. Okay, let's move on. That was just like a little side story. So anyway, this one, as you can see, this is koi fish. Haven't visited China, which this was inspired by some of these like super cool architecture and beautiful flowers. I mean, it would be amazing to see, and this type of like foggy, maybe morning with the mountains. Yeah, that can be super nice. So traveling through the art again, maybe this can be nice as a pattern. I'm thinking now about the fish, or maybe like a postcard or something. I quite like the composition on this one. Okay, so let's move on to sketchbook. I think we looked at this one in the previous video, but I explore more layouts. So this was the Rheinfall. And I was thinking about making a calendar out of this illustration, but then I wasn't sure. So let me know if you would like a calendar, or if you actually use calendar, because I'm using different apps as a calendar. So anyway, I think we looked at this one as well in the last video, more within the layout for the composition class. So this is one of those illustrations. This one was inspired by, I think, Amalfi Coast, in Italy, where you can go pick up like lemons and oranges, and yeah, super cool. I mean, I would love to go there. So that's also on my, travel list. And this would be so nice to sit here with this, like, kitty. Anyway, okay, I will stop that. Maybe these sounds, tell me, or let me know in the comments if it is too annoying, these type of sounds. Okay, this one is inspired by Norway. Kind of this like early evening, maybe you can see stars, or maybe they're just like dots, and you can watch the fjord when it's not windy, because, Scandinavia, often cold, but I think it can be beautiful in the summer. I haven't been in Norway yet, which can be also super nice. and you can maybe do also whale watching. So that can be cool. Oh, and obviously see northern lights, that can be nice. And maybe while kayaking and whale watching, that can be cool. So this was inspired by Norway, as I already said. If we move on, this was inspired by Cornwall, because one of my friends is from Cornwall and she always talks about it, how beautiful it is. So I had to look up some of these, locations, cliffs and colors in Cornwall can be beautiful, and people also surf there. I think it might be too cold for me to surf because I prefer not such a cold water. When you go to, swim or do water sports. But I tried once windsurfing in Denmark. That was so cold. But it was mainly because of the wind. If you were in the water, it wasn't too bad. But when you got on the surfboard, wow, yeah, cold. But here, as you can see, I imagine like flowers and beautiful sunny day, so that can be pretty pleasant. And this can be like a walk when you walk around the cliffs and you look at the water and you have beautiful view and you don't think about the wind, because I guess also very often. Anyway, I will stop being pessimistic and just look at this beautiful location, right? So that would be nice to visit. Okay, next one. So this one was, as you can see, I was already thinking like, oh, maybe warmer location would be better for surfing and just visiting, at least for me. Let me know if you like more warmer or cooler or colder locations. So more surfing. I would love to learn how to surf. I haven't tried yet. I mean, like a little bit, but windsurfing, obviously, it's not the same as surfing. So I tried to be on a surf and like stand-up paddleboard, but this is way too difficult, or maybe it looks difficult. It would be cool to learn though, I think. Tiring, but... So another illustration. So this sketchbooking layout was inspired by one of the villages in Switzerland with the lake. Again, Switzerland, because it has a lot of nice composition inspiration. This can be also in Canada or Austria, or basically different areas with mountains, if you can imagine. But yeah, I like this type of, locations where you have water and mountains. It feels very nice if you visit such a place. So the next one, this was inspired by Spain, and lots of like flowers on the coast, and you have different flower types than compared to like Hawaii, and that's pretty obvious, right? But so here you can see I created more like detailed flowers in the foreground, and then like less defined flowers as you go to the background to create this nice setting, and imagine like sitting on the beach with these type of flowers and maybe view to the mountains and clouds. Yeah, that can be nice. So more traveling through art. This one was inspired by Canary Islands, and more specifically, I think Lanzarote or Gran Canaria. I'm not sure which images I looked at, but they have a similar architecture on some of those islands like Tenerife and Gran Canaria. And if you see, I put some kitties here as well, just to have a little bit of life and not only the cacti or the cactus flowers. And here I put also like one character and, like one dog, second dog, which found a starfish. It would be good to throw in the ocean, because did you know that they just die if you take them out just for a second? So if you want to look at the starfish, try to, keep them in the water. So at least that's what I read. So we need to protect the nature and try to keep it as nice as possible, also for others and everyone. Anyway, moving on. So this is another location on Canary Islands, and if you look at the pictures there, they have these like stones in the walls on the houses, which is quite interesting to see. So I tried to implement little detail like that here, and we have like two surfing couple, dudes, whatever, girl and guy, just talking. That can be like a nice moment. And then another starfish. Maybe I should not include the starfish here because it's kind of depressing, but I just wanted to add something here. I should have put like a shell or something else. Next time I'll do that. And like going for the market and buying like fresh flowers for the house. So, all right, let's go out of this folder. Here I was experimenting with different colors. I quite like the textures on this owl, but I don't like the colors anymore. It feels too pastel-y and pale for my taste now. So that's one of the things. I mean, what is Sketchbook for, right? To explore different colors. This color palette I like much more because it's more bright and colorful and it feels more fresh. So this is inspired by some of the locations in, Thailand, not Bali, or I don't remember. So I should remember better. But anyway, this can be again another beautiful place to travel to. As you can see, you have so much inspiration from travel photos. Bali, okay, so sorry about that. So it's Bali, not Thailand. Let's move on to the next one. This one is inspired again by mountain, rivers, and like small waterfalls, which you can have in mountains in the spring, which is always super nice. So similar vibe as the other illustrations that we looked at. Okay, and that's it for this video, because I'm trying to keep them quite short or basically not too long. So thank you so much for being here and watching, and see you next time. Bye!